Hello student, today I want us to look at one of the key skills that we need to ensure that we effectively carry on with our activities in the course we have just started. And this skill is file management. But if we ask ourselves, what is file management? Actually, it's a practice of organizing and keeping of files in a more admirable and safe manner for easy retrieval and access. To visualize this concept and appreciate it, I want us to look at these two pictures. One represents an organized kitchen, and ladies, you will bear me witness. Then the other represents a disorganized kitchen, and here we go. As we plan for our face-to-face discussion on this screencast, I want you to come prepared to share what advantages do you appreciate in each of the kitchens. Then we see if that will help us build a case in really valuing the skill and practice of good file management. So, what would be the key aspects of file management? One is naming of files. Dear students, files need to be unique and should relate to the item we are talking about. Sometimes, like for my case, I may have files about notes, I may have files about my other businesses and so on, or my study. So files, when you name them, should bear a connection to their purpose. And then two, we also need a grasp of folders. This helps us in clustering files. So in this case, I may have a folder for my academic documents. I may have a folder for my teaching PowerPoints. Remember, our focus is how to admirably store our files for easy retrieval. Sometimes, for some of us who are disorganized, if you enter our room and you ask, where should I get a plate or a spoon, you may need more than 10 minutes. But remember, this will help us just within a second access our files and be able to use them. Then, thirdly, we need to have a better perception of where we locate our files. These locations, we have to be considerate of accessibility and reliability or safety of our files. Some places may be accessible but not reliable. Some may be reliable but hard to access. So there are various places we can save our files. The most common is the drive C, which we often call desktop. So every file you save on a desktop goes or is saved in drive C. This one is easy to access but risky. Should you format your machine, all that goes. Should your machine develop any software issues, that information gets lost. We also have drive D, the hard disk. This is easily accessible but also more reliable compared to the desktop or drive C. Here, if your computer crashes, it is much easier to retrieve your documents that are in drive C, or should your computer be formatted. Then we have external memories like the card, the disks, and so on. And finally, we have the cloud, the online. This one, so far, is more reliable, and the most common is the Google Drive. So each of you who has an email has more than 15 GB free, courtesy of Google. Maybe later in this demonstration, if you never knew, you will appreciate how you can save your documents online and enjoy that reliability, because no matter how many missiles they want to shoot on air, this online storage can never be destroyed. So, to do all that, what are the basic skills? The first one, the most common that I expect all of you by now to know, is saving files. But for the interest of this presentation, I will demonstrate file saving. Imagine this is our file. To save this file, we go to Files on the menu bar. Then we select option Save As. Then here comes options where we can actually put the file. For now, let us pick desktop. This interface will appear and we need to give this file a name. So maybe I can call it demo, and then I save. So when we check on the desktop, we find our folder demo. Our file demo. Then next we have the basic skill of creating folders. Remember, folders enable us to cluster our files. We can put files together in a folder. So with the folders, we create them on a desktop or on other folders or other locations, like we talked about the hard disk and so on. So what is the procedure? On that particular location, you right click. When you right click your mouse, you will have options, but you pick option new. On that new, you select option folder. Folder appears here. The new folder appears here, and you simply type the name. Let me call it Jojo. And here it goes. And then you simply enter. A folder is created. Next is moving files. So a file can be on a desktop. We want to move it to a folder since we are trying to cluster them. Here we have the skill of dragging or copying and pasting. How does it work? Remember, we have already a file named demo. Now, for us to use the option of dragging, we point at the file and then we hold the OK button, and then we move the mouse. The folder moves. Now, for us to drop it in the folder, we simply put it on top of the folder and then we drop it. It is not accepting because the file is still active. If we close it here and try again, it will now move. If I want to move this file, emotional intelligence, using the option of copy and paste, I point at the file, right click on it, and select option copy. To paste it into the folder, you can either open the folder or just right click on the folder and you say paste. When we check this folder, we must have our file emotional intelligence in it. Next, We have uploading or downloading files, and this is for online activities. So remember, online means we need internet connectivity and to access our emails. So if we look at my email here, at the top right corner, we have this icon. It has Google Apps. So when you click on the Google Apps, one of the apps I talked about was Google Drive. It is here. So when you open the Google Drive, you will discover that there are very many things that are there. For my case, my testimonials are here, my pictures are here. These pictures, even my great-grandchildren can have access as long as I've given them the login credentials. So if you want to upload or add any other folder or file into this drive, you simply right click on it, then you say select file upload or folder upload, depending. I may say now I want just to upload a file. Then I click on that option. It will take me where I should locate or pick the file. But remember, our file was on the desktop, and for this case, I want us to pick maybe emotional intelligence. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It is here. So I can just click on the file, then I say open. So here it is trying to upload, and it says upload complete, meaning this file now is among these files you see on my Google Drive. So remember the basic skills: saving file, creating folders, moving files. But even folders, we can move folders just like we move files, and then we can upload or download files as we have demonstrated on my Google Drive. Then, based on this demo, I want us to perform this task. 1. Create a document. Name it demo. 2. Create 2 folders. One, you name it general, and 2, the other one, you call it subfolder. Next, you move the file you've created to subfolder, and also move the subfolder into the general. Keep the folder general on the desktop. I will come and assess when we meet in the next face-to-face. Please, you are to do this task in 3 days from the day I post this on the platform. I thank you very much, and I wish you all the best.